next part of our computing unit, where we're looking at building our own website. Now, you should have done your first sort of creation, okay, and you should have been adding more information and using the hyperlinks that we talked about last time. If you have not done that, you are going to have to go back and watch video number 1 to create your website and video number 2 to start adding hyperlinks. Remember, this is your own website, so you will need a Gmail login. Again, if you cannot remember your password, you're going to have to send me a message and I will get your password for you. But if you have done all that, excellent work. We are now on to the third session. Now, just as a quick reminder, when we publish information onto the World Wide Web, what should we be careful about? Have a little think. What should we be careful about? Now, if you said personal information and sharing personal information, you would be indeed correct. Be very, very careful what you share online, okay? Remember, don't give out any personal information that can identify you or where you live, okay? What school you go to, your age, your telephone number should not be given out online. So very, very careful about those. And as well, when making our own website, we need to be looking at trust. Okay, that trust. Is our website trustworthy? Can it be relied upon to give us the correct information? So all these things you should be thinking about as you come to design your own website. And remember, keep yourself safe at all times. Don't share any personal information, especially with strangers. Don't give away any identifying details about yourself. And of course, if you are ever worried, tell either myself or a parent. Now then, remember, we have looked at already the good and bad website features. We've looked at creating a website, and we've looked at hyperlinks. Okay, so that was the first lesson we did in school. This one was the first video that I posted up 2 Fridays ago, and this one here was the one that we looked at as well. That was our final session. There was the hyperlinks. So you may have started to create yours, and you may realize that you've got many, many pages, and it's looking a little bit cluttered. Well, what could we do about that? What things could we do to make sure that it is not cluttered? Well, the first thing you could do is to use subpages, or you could hide them from navigation. Now remember, if you do hide anything from navigation, no one will see that page unless you use a hyperlink. So it can be a handy tool, but if you hide it, no one's going to see it without a hyperlink. So make sure it's hyperlinked if you hide it. Now, you may be going, well, how does that look, Mr. Drummond? Well, let me show you. Okay, here we go then. You go to your internet browser. Now you'll need to log into Gmail. Remember, it is at your first name and your initial of your second name at bism9.com. Again, try and remember your password. If you can't, send me a message and I will then get back to you with your password. I'm already logged in, so I don't need to log in there. And what I can now do is go straight to Google Apps and go to Google Sites. Okay. Now remember, we're not using the old version here. We're going to go to New Google Sites. And as I go into that New Google Sites, I am now going to show you on my demo one here. Okay, this is my website, but I'm going to show you on both of these. Okay, so this is one that we made a few weeks ago in one of our first lessons about this, where you made your About Me pages if you were in school that day. And as you can see, the very top of here, it's very, very messy. There's lots of different names. It's not in alphabetical order to make it easier to read, and it's just a little bit higgledy-piggledy. So, to make this easier for the user, to make it more user-friendly, I'm going to add a subpage. Now remember, that subpage could help it tidy up, make it more organized. So rather than going on to Elena's page and going, okay, I wonder where, Nikita's is. Right, Nikita, no, not there. More. Nikita's all the way down here. It's very messy. So what I'm going to do, okay, I'm going to go to Pages. And I'm going to create a new sort of page here. Okay, this new page is going to be called Children. Okay, I could call it Pupils, I could call it whatever I want to call it. But this one, Children, will do absolutely fine. And it's made a new page called Children. It's right up at the top here. And now what I can do to make new subpages, okay, to get these all into a menu, like this More button here, I can put all of these, drag and drop them into that new page. So Elena, into there. And of course, I could organize it into sort of alphabetical order if I wanted to. But you can see I've now got this option here. So rather than all the names across and then more, if I keep putting them into here, okay, I can keep dragging and dropping them in, okay, keep going and going and going until I have done all of the pages that I want to be in. Now, you may not have as many as this, of course not, but it is a really handy tool even if you've only got 2 or 3. And you can now see it says children, and there we go. I've got now a list. Of course, this would be even better if I did it alphabetically. But for now, this will do. You can see the point of how it works, okay? I could split this further into boys and girls. I could have a subpage inside a subpage, okay? That's absolutely fine. I could put children, then boys and girls, and that would be absolutely fine. And I could also change this one here. So now, rather than going up to this menu here, because if you were to click onto children, I could change this header type to be just maybe a banner, okay? And I could add in maybe some pictures for every single page on this menu. So for example, if I was to take Ivan into here, okay, what I could do is add a hyperlink. I could highlight his name, hyperlink, insert link, okay, and find Ivan's name. Now, there it is, okay, apply that. So when I preview that, you can see how it would look to your users. Okay, there's my home page. In children, I've got my menu, and I could go to Ivan, or I could press children. It would bring up this page where it's got Ivan. And if I click on here, there we go. Okay, there is Ivan's page. Now, you could also do that with the photograph. Let me take that off the preview. If I go to children, okay, I want to edit this page. Again, Ivan, well, I'm going to select the image. I know Ivan likes football, so I'm going to just quickly search for football. Okay, American football's come up, but we'll take that one anyway. There, that's the soccer version. There we go. Again, I could hyperlink this photograph. I could click on the photograph, link, and I could choose it to where I want to go to. Again, this will be going to Ivan's page. Apply that one. And now both his name and the picture will go to this page. So you could do this for yours, again, to make it clear and nice and very easy to use for your users. Okay, so be very, very mindful of that. Now, I'm going to show you another website, okay, my website that I've been building up slowly over that time, okay, like you should have been doing. And I'm going to show you how it would look there as well, okay. So it's, okay, my website here, okay, and this is how it looks now. And you can see at the top, I've got home, British cuisine, so I'm doing about world foods. You can see all my pages here. Again, it's a good start. I've got all my information. Again, it's nice, it's clean. I've got about Russian cuisine. And then I've got here Indian, Georgian. I've got recipes, the history. Right, okay, it's a little bit messy. So to tidy this up, what I could do, I've made a history page. So I'm going to just move that history page to the top, okay? And I'm going to put British cuisine, Russian cuisine, Indian. I could probably rename that as cuisine to make it all the same. And then Georgian in there as well. And I've now got my history. I can go to the different pages. Again, I've got a fish and chips recipe here. And I've got a borscht recipe. Now, again, this looks really clear, but the menu is just that little bit messy. It doesn't tell me what it's for. It just says fish and chips and borscht. So I'm going to have to move these into that recipe folder. So there we go, that one into there and there. And you can now see I've got, and if I show you this, it's the preview button. Okay, we've now got my home page. I've got history, where I can go to Russian cuisine and tell me all about the history of Russian cuisine. British cuisine is there. It's all there for me. And if I go to recipes, I can go to fish and chips. And there we go. There's my menu. Now, that's all well and good. But again, maybe I want to organise this a little bit better because fish and chips is a British staple food. Borscht is being Russian. So maybe I want to add another subfolder into here. So what I can do is come off my preview button. I could go into my pages here. I'm going to add a new page. I'm going to add this one, Russian. Done. And I'm going to add British, okay? Because these are going to go into the recipe folders here. Now, you can see that's sort of come into here. What I'm going to have to do now is move this to the top and move this one to the top. And I can put fish and chips inside the British one, and I can put borscht inside the Russian one. And if you look now, I've got recipes with further options, British and Russian. Okay, and that will give me those menu options, and it just makes it that little bit clearer. Now, of course, I've not done anything to this page on this British, so I'm going to have to be very careful. Whenever I add a new page, I am going to have to make sure that I have edited it, I've put maybe a picture in there or some information. So if your user gets there and you get a blank page, they could be a little bit confused. Okay, so maybe I would add some links to the different recipes. But again, you can see my website is well on its way. It's making use of those links. Okay, it's got a hyperlink there where it says click me. Again, I've organized my folders. Okay, my pages, sorry. I've got my British fish and chips. Again, I've got Russian cuisine. It's all organized there, and it's nice and clear for the user. It's very user friendly. Okay, remember, we've looked at those websites that are not so friendly, and they're a little bit messy, a little bit all over the place. So, Year 6, your task for today, okay, is to start to build your website even further. Again, try and use those subpages, or you could even hide them from navigation if you want to. So, continue working. Okay, this is your penultimate lesson. There's only one more video from me, and then they should be starting to be finished, okay? Because it's next week they need to be finished for. So, remember your success criteria. I'm looking for that clear information, good use of links, a clear and suitable layout, again, your spelling and your grammar. It should be interesting and useful, and bonus marks. Again, bonus marks for things that just impress me. So, Year 6, carry on with your website, keep building, okay, keep adding elements to it. Again, don't spend 5 hours trying to make it, maybe do an hour today, maybe do 20 minutes tomorrow, and just keep adding bit by bit by bit, okay, be much more manageable. So, if you have any questions, as always, I am here, send me a message if you need to, otherwise, have fun, and I look forward to seeing you in the next computing video. Thank you very much, Year 6, bye bye.